Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game 2 between Mineski and Mineski.X. This is beyond the Summit coverage of Summit 5 qualifiers. I'm Luminous, joined by Winter, and we are back for Game 2. Game 1, Mineski took it fairly convincingly. Mineski took it convincingly. Mineski.X had a couple of good fights, but overall they were just very down. I personally didn't like their draft, and they definitely did not execute it, I guess, the way that it was meant to win. So hopefully for them, Game 2 will be a little bit better. They do take out the Prophet, though. Did you think that Prophet was the big problem in that game, Winter?
I mean, he was in terms of the fast pace that Mineski were playing, but I think overall the bigger problem was their own lineup, like the way they played their game.
I agree, yeah.
Their cores not functioning together. That was my issue with the Life Stealer, Gyro plus Doom core.
Alright, so we're going to see a Beastmaster here coming out from Mineski. Does Bocarino also play this hero? I feel like sometimes Mineski switches to cores, right? Depending if, let's say, Raging Potato might sometimes play offlane, or has that not been the case anymore?
Raging Potato plays. I don't think they switch roles anymore now. That was before when they had Cuckoo. But right now, when they have this new roster, I don't think they've ever changed their roles. It's pretty sad that Bog will be offlane, Banho will be mid, and Raging Potato will be in most cases the carry on the safe lane.
Alright, so looking pretty good. Beastmaster to me has been kind of an on and off, like arguably one of the best heroes in the game. But he rarely gets actually banned out, so I find that pretty surprising. I think he gets banned against certain teams because they have a Beastmaster player, but he's generally free to grab.
I think right now the hero is really good in terms of the meta. It provides you with jungling capabilities, Roshan, Vision, which I think he's one of the few better heroes on the offlane. I mean, Night Stalker and Beastmaster are the two heroes that can provide you with good vision. But I think Beastmaster overall, once again, it's the word, the all-rounded hero. You have to be good in a lot of things.
And I think
That's what the meta is right now.
I think he's actually one of the few heroes left in Dota right now in this meta that could actually solo kill still. Like, you could say that Lina, Queen of Pain, Doom. Yeah. Well, Doom could need to chase for a long time, right? Beastmaster, once he pops the books and roar, like, that guy's just dead most of the time. So
Yeah, but you have to farm to get there, dude. Not every game.
I mean, every
can
game
get
I
it.
see Beastmaster minute 15 Necro 3 and just like
Not every game. Dude, not this game. Unless they're having a good game.
Alright, we'll see. Alright,
15
Darkseers.
minutes? Necro 3, 15 minutes?
Yeah, man.
You have to be in like such a commanding position for that to happen. Like generally you see it like around even minute 18 to 20 is quick for offlane Beastmaster. Like Iron Talon, maybe Trankles or Brown Boots with Necro 3.
What is your Necro 3 time in Winter when you play Beastmaster?
I don't play the hero a lot, but the common timing would be like around, like I mentioned, 18 to 21, 22. That's like a good timing for the Necro 3 on offlane Beastmaster. If you have a normal game, like an average game, not an extremely good game. Anything before 18, I think is an extremely good game for the Beast.
I actually meant Necro 1 at 15, but I misspoke. So
Dude, what? Necro?
I think that's more of like a at least that's the time I see in my pub games when my teammates play Beastmaster. Necro 1 at 15, Alright, anyways, Mineski now pick up Lifestealer and Mirana, so if you want a vehicle to go in, you have the possibility of a Blink Beastmaster, you have the Mirana Leap if you want it like that. And this, I imagine, is the core Mirana, although it could be a support, judging on how the lineup is being built up right now.
Support Mirana. I think only one game I saw recently was the game we casted yesterday, was it? The support Mirana?
No.
Mostly it's...
yesterday we saw core Mirana. I seen some in the qualifiers.
I thought there was one or two games, like a very few games there was support Mirana, but it's definitely open. But we just generally see mostly as a core.
Yeah.
Because you want to build ag games and you just farm and farm and farm. And he's pretty good at fighting at the early to mid game. Quite well rounded because he provides a lot for the team in terms of having a secondary smoke with Moonlight Shadow. Makes the enemy team buy sentry, so it's a big deal for supports to have to invest a lot more in terms of detection. And he's really good at solo killing supports, like you mentioned. Very few heroes can do that easily.
Oh, Mineski definitely taking quite a bit of time thinking about this. The one other very nice thing about Mirana in this case is it's gonna do fine against Queen of Pain if the two heroes gonna match up. Queen of Pain is gonna have the advantage, but I think Mirana's
Yes.
still gonna be able to get some farm.
In
Tuskar.
terms of CS, QOP would be doing much better if it's a 1v1 lane in mid.
Right.
But the thing is, like Mirana, I remember like seeing things like this in the matchup. I can't remember when, but Mirana, the way you want to play Mirana in this matchup is you want to always try to kill the QOP, because if you just trade last hits, QOP will be winning it most of the time because of the animation, better damage, and overall it's just much better in the lane if you just focus on last hitting. But Mirana, if you can actually land your arrow plus the double star storm, you always have a very good chance of killing the queen if the queen is like around maybe say 70% HP, and
Okay.
you land a good arrow, you leap over, you drop double star storm.
So be on the aggressive basically and look for
Yeah,
kills.
Mirana has to always be looking for the kill on QOP instead of trying to just last hit. QOP would always be focusing on last hitting and just trying not to get hit by your arrow.
Right. All right. So Tusk is the pickup here. Any reason why you think this hero's
Good
picked
save.
up?
I guess they wanted a hero to save against the Beastmaster and the arrow.
I mean, aren't they
But
better?
I would, yeah, there are better ones like Oracle, Dazzle, but at the same time, they want a hero that can roam and pressure, just like the Earth Spirit, Bounty Hunter, like roaming Dooms nowadays.
That
And
is
Doom
true.
was even better in second phase. Like Tusk serves for that purpose, and on top of that, you have the capability of saving your teammates with the snowball.
You could also make the argument that he's also fairly good against Lifestealer if Lifestealer is trying to split push. Shards is fairly good against Rage. You can't Rage TP because you got the punch. So you got a couple of tools that are decent against what Mineski's got. But
Yeah, pretty good versus, yeah.
until the Tusk roam proves itself to be successful, I'm not very I don't know. I'm not convinced. This hero just feels very weak right now.
Why? It's still okay, It's not that weak. Weak would be, what would be a weak hero? A really, really weak hero. Storm is not even that weak anymore.
Yeah,
Is he
Storm's
still that
fine.
weak?
Storm's fine. Actually, do you think Tusk should start with Darkseer up top and just kind of run around the lane and put a lot of pressure? Because if you iron shell the Tusk and you just shards like the Venge is like dead, right?
It really depends on shots. Sometimes you get snowball. Sometimes it's better to get snowball, depending on situation. Yeah, I think that if you do that, the primary purpose of doing that is to make sure that the Darkseer gets level 3. And when people do that, it's like they send a Darkseer up to the lane. He casts like Iron Shell on 2 or 3 creeps, and then he like stays around the lane as bait. He makes the enemy focus him, and then Tusk is just like hiding behind until they jump the Darkseer. Then the Tusk shows up. In most cases, it would be a very good idea because you have a very good chance of getting a kill with the Tusk Darkseer combination.
Yeah, it depends on what the last support is too. If we see
Yeah.
a pretty like nuke heavy support, personally, whenever Tusk was spammed back in the last patch, I love picking Wyvern against it because as a support, even if you get ice shards, you have a way to get away, and your long range gives you a very good way to harass from far as well. At least in the laning stage.
When I play Tusk, the hero that I hate playing against the most is like Earthshaker or the Undying. Like when
Okay.
I snowball in, then I see the tomb, like, okay, screw it.
Yeah, whatever happened to Undying? I feel like the heroes. I don't know. I heard people talking about it in the hub. To quote Blitz here, who also quoted Kuroki, he said that a lot of captains get trapped by Undying because on paper he looks amazing as a hero, but then in actuality, like the hero doesn't do enough. At least that's what Kuroki says.
One dimension hero,
Yeah.
and he's very strong in the lane and early fights, but apart from that, he doesn't do much, for a team.
Chen, okay.
It's very fast paced, so that I told you he doesn't only play Witch Doctor. Come
All
on, you
right,
don't believe.
Cass is gonna play this. Let's see how good it is.
You've
Right?
been flaming this guy like, oh, he only plays Witch Doctor.
I
He
mean-
plays Chen.
I've only seen Witch Doctor. Let's see how good this Lifestealer is. Or sorry, I mean Chen. Is
So
Chen
they
even a good pick in this game? It's good against the Cask and the Juggernaut ults, I guess, but
it's I think it's mainly the tempo. They want to play like a fast-paced tempo because right now, if you look at the heroes that are available to pair well with the Venge and the Beastmaster, for early game pressure, I think Chen is one of the few better ones. Because one thing you need to go well with Beastmaster is the ability to take towers and the ability to take Roshan. But Chen's Roshan capability has been severely weakened in the new
yep.
patch. But he's still really good in terms of like gank and you push towers. And I mean, it's all weaker, but it still serves the purpose.
Yeah, I think the tower is the big one here, right? Because if you look at the core, Lifestealer and Mirana, you can only really push towers if you're severely, like, very, very farm. Which, that brings me back of the game yesterday. Remember, it was, like, the puck by, Execration, and then they had a very farm Mirana?
The trolling puck.
Yeah. And, like, they were so ahead, and they had to, like, backdoor, like, 2 different lanes to actually end the game.
So they know that the Venge actually plays a ward, but not sure where.
Yeah.
They didn't actually find the ward, so that's a huge blow for them. 100 gold not being able to be pocketed in one of their heroes.
Yeah, it's a big cost too, because that sentry is like 100 gold itself, right? So it's like a 200 gold swing.
So basically, it's like you don't even break even for
Yeah,
planting the sentry.
Feels bad.
Feels bad, man. One rune apiece.
Jules starts with boots. When I first saw the Windlace, I thought, we're not gonna see boots first on support anymore.
I actually said it wrong when I was the hub. I said 606. It's actually 625, so you can actually get the Windlace and boots at level 1.
You can.
Oh, yeah. And then now you can't anymore because they actually increase it by 10 gold.
By 10 gold. Yeah, that's why they 10. Because when I first saw the 10 gold, I was like, what? Why? Like it doesn't even mean anything. But now it means a lot.
Means something, dude.
Yeah, now it means something.
Okay, so they're gonna do aggressive tri lane on Mineski.X. They wanna pressure the Lifestealer because they understand that there's a Chen jungling, so they wanna make the most of slowing down the Lifestealer in the laning phase. But then again, when I always talk about this, I always feel that it's very risky because the Chen can always move to the enemy jungle, and you pressure 2 lanes. And in some cases, I would argue it's even better for the Chen to do that.
Well, I'm not sure how much he's going to pressure the Queen of Pain. I guess you could come in with a troll creep, and then that's going to set up an arrow. That's pretty good.
I mean, it's not even about trying to kill, like you send a creep, like tornado
like
creep
make him scared and make him annoyed.
You just annoy him in the lane, and then you're just running towards bottom lane, and when you get a good creep to kill, you can just pop out and kill, like, the Darkseer's lane. Like, it doesn't mean that when you go to the lane, you have to kill the lane.
Sure. How do you feel about the bottom lane matchup, right? It seems like Darkseer should be able to win this pretty easily.
Darkseer favorite lane, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't expect kills unless someone is trying to make a solo kill or like a risky play, or Beastmaster has level 6. Before those things happen, it's very hard to see kills happen in this lane. So it's going to be Darkseer, obviously, like you mentioned, taking the better trade-off. You push the lane, and then you jungle. This is how you want to play the lane. So you always get more farm than the Beastmaster.
Yeah, for both sides. Beastmaster was trying to do a little bit of pull himself. Back in the mid lane, though, looks like we have a little bit of harass coming in. Blink, Shadow Strike, Scream, keeping Ben-Hor's HP low. Yeah.
Look at the CS. So as we talked about, Queen of Pain would be ahead because you have better damage, obviously, and you have better animation. But Mirana, it's all about getting the kill, if you can actually land the arrow and the double Star Storm to get a kill on the Queen of Pain.
Beastmaster is going to find himself with double damage. Actually, that's going to be able to allow him to maybe pressure Nova a little bit in the laning stage.
He went for the Axe build.
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, usually you get the aura early, so you have a better 1v1 matchup. But
I don't think he's going to level up beyond the 1 point, though, so...
Yeah, it's just going to be probably 1 point. Because I think having more points in aura is also really good in terms of when you reach level 6.
Jules coming around here going for the courier kill. Is the courier going to be micro? That's the question. He doesn't get the last hit. The magic missile is going to fly through. Jules actually going to be dead because of this.
What the heck?
Thanks for
that was so risky.
Yeah. I mean,
and you don't even have more movement speed than the ground courier.
He's got boots, dude.
No, you don't. Dude, you don't.
This reminds me of the conversation we had yesterday about like who's faster between Juggernaut and Lich.
Lich is pretty slow,
Yeah, she is pretty slow. The ground career is like 350, right? Luminacy?
Yeah, 350.
I find it
So
strange that once you upgrade it, it actually moves slower. No, it doesn't. Just kidding. It had a bottle in it. That's why I was like, why is it so slow? Anyways. Winter is just speechless right now.
You're just trolling me. I'm pretty sure you're just trolling me.
I mean, I'm glad that you think this way. Because other people won't. Let's put it like that. Alright, has the top lane successfully done its job? Lifesteal's only got 13 CS, Juggernaut's done...
It's okay though. He's like 4 behind or 5 behind the jug.
Yeah.
Considering the situation. It's okay for him. And Chen is free farming jungle. He's level 4. He hasn't really popped out in the lanes yet. I'm not sure if I like this so much. I would have preferred, like, because there's 2 ways of playing the Chen. Like, what he's doing now, he's just focusing on getting his level, so he actually appears at a suitable timing, and he ganks and he wants to get a tower. The other playstyle would be the playstyle that I mentioned. You constantly send creeps to help the lane if you cannot kill the lane.
And you say you prefer the second here.
Yeah, I prefer the second one, but he's going to be doing the first one, which is to get a certain amount of levels, mostly 4 or 5, and then if you get good creeps, you rotate and you try to get a kill and push the tower at the same time.
Now, is there going to be a first item that you're looking for? Is it going to be a mech, or is it going to be straight to Aghanims?
Me on Chen this game?
Yeah.
Probably mech. I don't think anyone else will be getting a mech, so...
Cast flying out. Yeah, it's a lot of bounces here. Raging Potato still holding his rage, basically to survive against spin.
For the spin, mostly.
Yeah.
But this lane so far, I don't think it has been that successful for Mineski.X, since Lifesteal is just only very minor behind.
Yeah, and he's
Like,
actually... I would say he's ahead, because if you look at the level difference, Juggernaut just hit 4. Lifesteal is about to hit 6. Well, I mean, he hit 5. So... once Lifestealer gets 6 and just infests a creep, he's A-okay.
Yeah, but the Chen is moving right now, like I mentioned, level 5, so he's moving when he's level 5. This is the typical timings of the second playstyle of the Chen, the greedy one, and then you kill and you get a tower. So, but he doesn't have really good creeps against killing a Darks here. But
There's
they have
Beastmaster Roar though, so... okay, they're gonna start with Roar. I'm not sure. Like, they don't have enough lockdown after this. The clap is gonna have to hit. Everything misses. The axis is gonna hit, but it's not gonna be enough.
He could have landed his actually clap on the Hellbear. But nevertheless, I still think that the Beastmaster went in a little too early.
Yeah.
Like, he could have waited like 1 more second, then they would have gotten the kill. He just needed to wait. Patience is a virtue, my friend.
Yeah. They are gonna push regardless of it though, so...
But the queen is here with Sonic Wave, so I don't know if
Cast
it's a...
might be in a little bit of trouble here. Shards is gonna set him through. And no mana for the ultimate. Zai does have a...
regen.
Yeah, but
Just regen.
he didn't pop it early. Looks like he actually could get a strong ultimate here. No, his regen's still going. He walks back, no clap available yet. Looks like Johnny's gonna be dead. So just a 1-for-1 trade despite the 2 mid rotating in. Zai holds his Sonic Wave though, so he can save it for a different gank.
Yeah, but it's okay for Mineski.X since they defended the tower. It's like this move breaks the tempo of Mineski, is what Mineski is doing. Because their tempo right now is to move and get a kill and push tower. So they traded 1-for-1 and they defended their tower.
For now, at least. The push is not over yet.
Beastmaster is still getting the tower.
Yeah.
So
And
they
looks
should
like,
be able to defend the tower. They should be able to defend the tower.
yeah, the Chen creeps are actually burning quite low. The Shard's gonna come in. They will clean up the Chen creep, defend the tower like you said, and
After push. And mid lane, the Sonic Wave being used, but Mirana is going to survive, so that's a big deal. Sonic Wave down, big cooldown, and as soon as Chen gets his creeps, the double creeps and his triple creeps, then he will be able to move and maybe finish off the bottom tower, I imagine, or make a smoke play.
yeah.
He has a smoke in the career.
The other big thing about the Sonic Wave being down is Raging Potato knows he's actually not gonna die to anybody without Sonic Wave. Also, Kang is not level 6, so he's not even scared of him. So he actually can farm very greedily, maybe pressure the top tower as well. And it looks like he's gonna go straight into the armlet build.
That's the typical build for lifesteal anyway. It's like,
Yeah.
I rarely see people go minus anymore. It's always armlet into either SNY or Deso. That's like the standard build.
Zai's gonna get hit by a magic missile into an arrow. Very greedy going for the rune after seeing 2 heroes. Okay. That's gonna invite a push to the mid lane here. Bocarino invis. If he gets a roar on extinct, he's dead.
He's looking for him, but he needs to wait for his teammates to push the tower first. Like push the wave towards the tower,
Ooh,
and
looks
then
like he revealed himself under the tower, so Extinct knows. Are they coming in with sentries? No.
Nope.
No, they're gonna come in and push regardless.
They're still pretty strong now because of Sonic Wave being down, and
Yeah.
Chen obviously pushing with Beastmaster.
Uh-oh, Johnny standing under the tornado gets roared. The arrow's gonna come through. I feel like they're being fairly careless, but here comes Juggernaut TPing. He doesn't have level 6 yet, but might get it under this fight. Tower's gonna go down. Ben-Hur's gonna pop his ultimate, and there's no follow-up. I think
Tower
yeah.
secured.
the top lane has really, really lost a lot of momentum for Mineski.X. Because Juggernaut's so under level, they can't even like take that kind of fight. I think normally once Beastmaster uses a roar and Juggernaut TP's in, Mineski just has to run, right? Because they have no way to control the Juggernaut. But because he wasn't level 6, they're not even afraid of him. And they get like,
They don't have very good lockdowns if you think about it. Only Snowball and Shards and the cast, and the task was being focused down with the Raw. So they don't have very good lockdown. There's a Snowball.
So how much do you think that Mineski could X? Oops, sorry for missing that kill.
Dude, I told you there was a Snowball. I thought you
Oh,
knew.
there was a snowball?
Yeah.
No, I thought you were talking about the lockdown. And
No,
then
I
I
was
said there's a snowball. I was like, yeah, there's snowball for lockdown.
There was a snowball literally happening on top of the Beastmaster.
My bad. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the timing for the Darkseer and his mech.
Top lane, he's getting ganked though.
He's fine. He's so fast.
Sure,
Ooh,
he's
swap,
fine.
swap.
He's 5, it's not 6.
Ah, okay. Yo, Blightstone Venge? Thoughts? Seems like a great item.
Look at him, he knows what's going on. He has a Wind Lace and Blightstone.
Yeah, man. He definitely knows what's going on. I mean, the courier bait in the mid lane didn't look good for him, but right now, you see him? -2 armor on the building right now. Doing work. Alright, here comes Mineski.X.
He's gonna try to defend. They have Sonic Wave plus TP on QP. Oh, QP doesn't have mana.
Looks like Jules might be a little bit of trouble. They're gonna roll in. Jules taking a lot of damage, vacuum back here. Nova, does he have mech available? He doesn't. He's got the buckler. Cass is gonna be flying out. The Death Ward doing quite a bit of damage on Raging Potato, but again, no lockdown. No, there is lockdown. The Cass still bouncing, and here comes Kang. The spin did quite a bit of damage, chasing down Jules. They get 1, they get 2, and Kang still could go for a little bit more. Phase boot available.
They're gonna have Snowball soon. They can kill him if they can see him. If they have vision.
I think they do see him, and now Cass, no creeps next to him. He's gonna eat an Omni Slash. Looks like they're gonna even save the Omni and just chase him down the good old-fashioned way. Double kill here from the Juggernaut. Looking really, really good.
Oh, that was really greedy by Mineski, but I think they were thinking because they saw the Queen at middle lane, he didn't have mana, so they thought it was actually safe for them to commit heavily on the tower with 3 heroes, because the Mirana was not even there and Beastmaster was pushing bottom lane, so they only had 3 versus like 4 heroes, actually 5. The 4 heroes. Queen of Pain went back to base, so it was 4 versus 3.
Alright, Moonlight Shadow being committed here. Raging Potato just walks in. Gotta be careful. Omni Slash is still available.
No fear, dude.
Okay, Beastmaster Roar is gonna open things up, and they're gonna probably mana burn. The save is gonna be here. They roll forward. Do they have Sentry Ward? That's the question. Omni Slash? He's got mana. He's not using it just yet. In fact, he's going to go for the spin instead, focusing on Bocarina. Bocarina's going to be dead. Backline here looks like Raging Potato dropping really, really low, but he goes into a creep. I think they will follow this creep, and unfortunately for him, it's the first creep in the wave, so it'll die very, very quickly. Omni Slash now, again, still available. Raging Potato try to run out. No running out for him. They're still running in the fight here. Snowball going forward. Ben-Hur, no, they're going to stun forward, going onto Cass. Omni Slash is going to kill onto Cass. They're still chasing. Ben-Hur in a lot of trouble, and so is Jules. Looks like the shards is not going to come through, but enough burst damage to kill down the Ventral Spear. 1 by 1, Mineski walks in, essentially feeding, and I think Mineski.X just could keep on pushing. Looks like a couple items going to come through as well. That's a mech being delivered. They'll use it right immediately, and that's a tier 2 tower.
Well, 2 misplays in a row.
Oh, they actually back.
The first one was using 3 heroes to just push the tower. They could have just backed off, but they decided to take the fight. And then the other one was trying to defend the tower, they even got like 1-for-1 trade, so they didn't even need to defend the tower. They just got like greedy 2 situations in a row. They wanted to trade 1 for 0 they got the bottom tower, and then they decided to defend the top tower as well. Yeah, so it was too big misplace for them. I don't think they could have defended, because like when you feel a push as Chen, right? You lose all your creeps. You need like 1 minute and a half to regroup, get creeps, and be strong again. You can't just go back and defend another tower after that.
Yeah, the other key thing about losing these 2 fights in a row is that suddenly Mineski gets a lot of items that makes the future fights much harder, right? The mech's already finished on the Darkseer, Queen of Pain is working towards the Orchid, and then Juggernaut, I imagine, is going to pick up, I don't know, S and Y? He's going to start with Yasha first. May go Manza, but we'll see. And now Mineski, I don't know how they're going to find themselves a good fight. Maybe they're going to look for a gank. Essentially, that's all they could do, find 1 or 2 pick-off, and then go from there.
Yeah, they have to do it that way, like very slowly, with pick off, with vision, with Beastmaster. They didn't want to do this before, they wanted to just 5-man and push, but losing 2 fights in a row really bad for that to happen anymore. And they need to wait for the mech at least to come online for the Chen.
See, Bocarino, 15-minute Necro 1.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Necro 3.
Yeah. I mean, I did say Necro 3, but it's okay. Mineski.X pushing the bottom lane. They will happily trade a tier 1 for a tier 2. In fact, I think they push faster. They could even go high ground and maybe get a little bit of damage in. Jules pressuring in the mid lane for what he can. Do you think Mineski.X is going to stop, or are they going to keep going? Looks like they're going to keep going. Alright.
Gonna at least force them to come back, and they're stronger right now.
I mean, I think Mineski.X should maybe take a fight as well here. They're dropping a couple of wards. They're very sure they're going to remove this tower. Well, maybe not. Here comes Raging Tornado on the back line. The punch is going to knock him up, and the Omni Slash, not enough damage. Beastmaster Roar is going to come to go for Johnny, but a huge Vacuum Sonic Wave doing so much damage. Snowball hits on everybody. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Johnny. Your Tusk is amazing. The Snowball has been so good, so on point this game. And Arrow's gonna hit on Kang, but I don't think they care. The wards is still down here.
Yeah, Lumi, like Tusk weak hero.
I mean, okay, that fight though was mostly Darkseer Quamp though.
Okay, sure. Darkseer did all the work there.
The mech was good too. And then I guess we're going to game 3 because this game looks like it's too hard for Mineski to recover.
Yeah, 3 fights in a row and 15-minute racks. Very difficult to recover.
So back off, leave the range for a different day. But that's Blink Dagger up on Nova. Johnny's got 1600 gold. I don't know what he's going to get. Extinct, maybe Urn? Medallion? Not sure what he's trying to build. Looks like it's going to be an Urn. A lot of items coming up here for the Mineski.X.
Well, right now, they just need to remove all the towers, get Roshan, then end the game. I mean, right now it's even already bad enough for Mineski.
Can Mineski
just
go for the Rosh?
They have to try to get something done though. Roshan...
I mean, they have Vanish and Chen, right? Like just...
Yeah, but it's not so easy to kill Roshan now. It's like it's different already from last time.
Yeah.
Way different. You can't get Roshan that easily anymore.
You mean compared to the O patch, right?
Yeah, compared to the old patch.
Yeah, in the qualifiers, I saw a lot of teams like do smoke Roshan plays, and they generally fail. Yeah.
The feeling is different now, like the feeling you get now. Oh, I think we can do Roshan, but it's actually a very big difference compared to the old patch.
Mineski.X will finally push this tier 1 tower. Mineski thinking about defending it, and honestly, I don't think they can. Is gonna fly out. Tornado's actually doing a little bit of work, but Extinct's got that level 3 voodoo, so they're healing quite a bit. Committed to spin already. Gotta be careful, Kang. Beastmaster Roar can do quite a bit of damage. But that double healing ward, just like keeping the whole team full alive. Here comes a initiation from Zai. Almost got Roar. Vacuum back in. The Roar's gonna come out, but there's a good wall, and now they're gonna roll in with the Omni Slash. That's a victory so far. And Ben-Hur, can he actually leap away to punch him up? He's actually alive still. Poison? No! The shards clean him down. Johnny, again, making plays. Raging Potato is open, going for Extinct, but is that even the kill that he's going for? He gets searched back out. He's fine. Now Raging Potato needs to invest into a creep. And Mineski.X don't really care. They're going to just keep on pushing. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain blinks in, goes for a couple more kill, rolling forward, goes on to cast. Just doing a little bit of damage. Here comes Kang going on to cast. Cass is gonna be dead as well. Sonic Wave is back up, still hasn't used it for this fight. Raging Potato still going for the Witch Doctor, doesn't get the kill. And I think Raging Potato is gonna get kited to death. Still Surge available. They are making fun of this life stealer. Even though being dropped out. GG's gonna get called. That's game number 2. Winter, is it just mistakes after mistakes? Is that what happened?
I think that one fight cost them the game though. The top fight when they push, it's like the Chen type of lineup. That's why you don't see it so much anymore. It's very difficult to execute the tempo. Like in one fight like this, you lose 3 heroes, you lose all your creeps, and then the whole like, because it's a very momentum-based hero. You lose your momentum, then it's very difficult to regain it.
Yeah, not just Chen. Like heroes like Mirana, Lifestealer, these heroes don't really play well from behind.
They were in a very good spot though, and the rotation. I remember, and the other thing is the first rotation. You remember Chen actually smoked like when he was level 5 all the way to bottom with Raw.
Right.
And they used Raw a little too quick, and they didn't get the kill on the Darkseer.
Right.
So those are the things that were really crucial for them.
Yeah, and the key point for that is it's not really just about the kill, but more so like the push that followed didn't work. The momentum, like you said, got broken up, so they don't have the gold, and then the top push got more difficult. So it's kind of like a butterfly effect. The push just
A domino effect.
domino effect. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Winter. All right, game 3 coming up next here. The face-off between Mineski.X and Mineski. The series is tied 1 apiece, so don't go anywhere, guys. The exciting conclusion will be coming up right now in 5 minutes.